While many may have mistaken Far Cry New Dawn for a Blood Dragon-like spin-off, with many of the series' more serious overtones being replaced by psychedelic self-awareness and 80s humor, it soon became clear that Ubisoft Montreal allowed itself to be a little more ambitious this time around.
They said it was supposed to be the end of everything.
Flora and fauna have reclaimed the ruins of the now crushed civilization, but people who sought refuge in bunkers or otherwise survived the doomsday have now resurfaced and have begun to rebuild. You will see other kinds of animals, more colorful surroundings, ruins where small towns once lay, Mad Max-inspired vehicles, and one crazy weapon after another. Unlike Blood Dragon, New Dawn is not an exaggerated parody, because it is actually a serious story of survival and of putting down the foundation of what ultimately becomes a new human civilization. You are the right-hand man of the charismatic and resourceful Thomas Rush, and together with a group of loyal followers, you've made it your mission to help small grassroots communities around the United States to restore law and order and rebuild. On the way to Hope County, however, everything goes wrong, thanks to the violent and eerie twins Mickey and Lou, who want what you've got and kidnaps Rush.
With your home. And if we can't take it, we'll break it.
The story is much more linear this time, something we actually missed. Where you could deal with missions in the order you wanted in Far Cry 5, New Dawn is far more traditional, where you have side missions and main missions, and where the story evolves in one uniform direction. A normal Far Cry experience offers a lot of loot, so the developers obviously thought to give this loot a function, and from here, the idea of the upgradable main base was born. You collect duct tape, motherboards, titanium and other junk, as well as the primary resource, ethanol, all around, and all this is used to upgrade the base. It's a brilliant way to give the player a primary and structured purpose.
It wasn't always easy, but for a time, there was peace and prosperity.
Ubisoft Montreal has introduced light RPG mechanics, which means that each enemy comes in levels 1 to 4, indicated by color gray, blue, purple, or yellow. The quality of your weapons is also divided into the same categories, and as you upgrade your base, you gain access to stronger weapons. The entire game is available cooperatively with a friend, and this system works just as smoothly as in Far Cry 5. And if you're more interested in having a computer-controlled companion with you, there are a number of allies that you are recruiting throughout the county and that you also train, which means that they get more skills in combat. Far Cry New Dawn also offers a number of expeditions, which are perhaps the most notable new feature of the game. By upgrading your base, you get access to a helicopter pilot that offers to fly you around to various hotspots in the post-apocalyptic United States, such as Five Flags Theme Park or Navajo Bridge. The idea is that you get a separate challenge where you, either alone or with a friend, can flex your tactical muscles and smuggle a package out of a hostile stronghold. At the time of review, a few days before release, the game is in a slightly messy state. It uses the same graphics engine, Anvil Next, as Far Cry 5 and Ghost Recon Wildlands, which has never been particularly impressive, but especially so here. It's not just technical flaws that need attention, but the whole world could have done with a coat of paint. Some of this may be ironed out with a Day 1 patch, however. Fortunately, a slightly mediocre technical state is not enough to ruin the overall impression of New Dawn. Ubisoft Montreal has recycled some structural elements and the same world, but by introducing RPG elements, the player further rooted to the world and reverting to a more linear narrative progression gets it closer to the optimal Far Cry experience. In fact, we hope that many of these elements will from now on become features in future Far Cry titles.